Hola, ¿qué tal a todos aquí en Metalomanía? Pues el día de hoy me encuentro muy contenta de poder estar con ustedes y haciendo una entrevista más. Y en este día me encuentro hablando con Max van Esch, quien es el guitarrista de la banda holandesa brasileña PHANTOM ELITE y también de Another Now. Entonces, pues vamos a platicar sobre algunas cosas sobre el lanzamiento de su nuevo álbum TITATIUM y pues así como rápidamente hablando sobre esta banda. Pues bueno, ellos nacen a partir de una idea del guitarrista, quien fue fundador de en aquellos años Sander Gommans de After Forever. Entonces, pues bueno, vamos a platicar sobre este álbum reciente. Y pues bueno, how are you, Max? How do you feel with the reception some weeks ago of Titanium? We know that it's a metal album, metal modern album. So
Yeah. Thank you for asking. I feel great about it. It's been a bit of a weird ride for me since it's like the first real album. Well, I sort of came up with, and for the band it's the second, and it's our first together. And in this time, it's like I don't really have a how do you call it? I can't really compare it to something else I've done. So for me, it's just like, okay, this is totally new. I think the reception has been great so far. I've seen so much positive messages, and I think now you're kind of holding on to like the reactions online, since there's no real reactions in the real world, or at least not a lot. So those have been really positive. So we're kind of hanging to that. But yeah, it's been great. It's been fun, and it's been going so fast. I think it's almost out a month yet, and it feels like it's been out a day. So it's crazy. But yeah.
you are a part of the band since 2018, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, summer 2018. Yeah.
And you play with the guys live. I saw some videos of the tour with Camelot, I think. Um, how do you expect the reception of this album when we can be another time live in concerts? So
I hope it's gonna be great. I would think it would be great. And when we played live, like the last few times, a year ago and before that, we always had a great time, and everybody vibed. So it was really cool. And I think with this album, we have gone pretty heavy, a little bit more heavy, a little less proggy. And it's like we don't know yet if it's gonna work live. We assume it's gonna work live, but we don't have like we're still also now trying to book some rehearsals and stuff, and it's coming together really well, I think, also live. But it's still, for us, it's gonna be a test at some point to do that. But I think with the reception of the music now, it's probably gonna work out pretty well. So
I hope. And the group is now with Frontiers Music label,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
A portal label who has worked with another masters like Amanda and Kiske and with Asia. How do you feel the support of from them? It's your first album with the label, so
I think they have been great so far. They kind of really helped us out, with this creating this album in general. We kind of weren't really going anywhere before they came to us, and they really helped us like put Titanium together. And they got people like Amanda who also helped out, on the album. So we got this really like close. Yeah, we got this really close connection between them and Sander, and everything like it so far. It just works out great. They have been great. So yeah, it's really cool.
you told that it's your first studio work.
Yeah.
What are your influences in general? Because we can hear some ballads to more aggressive riffs. And how about the sound that you put in this album?
I think an interesting thing about this album is when you look at like the musicians, that we don't really, at least Yuri and me, are not really from a symphonic metal background. Yeah. We're from a very different kind of style, and my influences would be, if I would speak for myself, bands like Deftones, Periphery, Gojira, like the modern, heavy alternative stuff. And I think Yuri is a lot into, he's also kind of in that stuff and more into gospel music, as far as I know. So it's really, and Marina also has a very like wide taste. So it really the inspiration comes from a lot of places, and it just blends together with like the symphonic metal style that there already was, kind of. Like that's the sort of thing we hoped that would happen.
Okay, and look, obviously the album sounds very epic and futuristic. We can hear some, in personal, I can hear some After Forever vibes. Can you tell us more or less the Sander work with you in the production of this album?
Yeah, Sander was kind of like, he sort of oversaw the production and the writing of the band, so we as a band pretty much wrote it, and Sander was there to advise us basically on certain things, because he's like, he knows the scene very well, and he's been around for a long time, so he helped us basically out with sort of songwriting structures, and he had a kind of a big influence in that case, like sometimes saying, oh, this isn't just gonna work, try something else, and then we sort of build the song together. So that was really his part within the songwriting, which really helped.
I remember to read something about Glass Crown, the idea you have, and he put another elements. So okay, and how is the relationship with you three? Because we know that Marina and you are in another countries. Or how is the relationship and the work to create or to compose these things, of the meetings, of how is it working for you guys?
Well, it's there's kind of like a lot has happened in the past few years, where at some point I think Yuri, who also now lives with Marina in Germany, was living in the Netherlands, and I was kind of like in between, so we would come there for a weekend and we would write. Basically we would write the album separately and then come together and sort of put it all together with the three of us. Now they live in Germany, but they still live kind of close by, so for me it's like a 1.5 hour drive. Only now with COVID it's a little bit more difficult with like border restrictions and stuff. So we kind of now, like, we're already sort of started, okay, we have released Titanium, we're gonna work on new stuff. There's already plenty of stuff laying around. We're trying to do it most of all online right now, but I can't wait to see them again though. And the relationship as a band just it hasn't never been better than now. Like we with the three of us, it's going really great. And we also have Sibe, who is like the fourth member basically. He's the bass player. He isn't in the band, but he also kind of is. You know, he's always there. He's always supporting and whatever, and going to our meetings. So it's kind of like the way it works now. It just it works really great, even though it's a bit of a distance.
And when we can be in person another time, you can join him to the band to play his parts or live, or he's definitely we talked about it, he's definitely into playing the stuff live with us, but like in this album he hasn't actually recorded anything. I did the bass, but there are plans for us to like
have him play the actual bass on whatever we do next. So for at least live, he's like totally down to play with us. So it's really cool.
Great. And well, you shown us 2 official videos and 1 lyric video. I saw in the credits of Diamonds and Dark, I think, that you made a part of the edition of the the video, right?
Yeah.
You work in the edition of these videos, or?
Yeah, I worked on all 4 of them. And with the 2 videos we released, the Diamonds and Dark and Glass Crown, so I did special effects and somebody else edited it, because it's something like I usually, like in my normal work day, I do a lot of that stuff. So I do a lot of video editing and like visual stuff. So I really wanted to do that in the band as well, because it's sort of another creative outlet for me. So I also did the 2 lyric videos. It's something like I just really like to do it, and I was like, I want to do it and just see where it goes. And I think it worked out pretty well. Was a lot of stress at some point, you know, when deadlines were coming up and you're working late at the night, but I'm happy with it.
The pressure, I think that it's a video more the views and what the people will say, or I don't know, but for me it works super, and it's one of my favorite songs in the videos for the band. And well, talking about the recording sessions, were hard for you. You also have some guests on the albums. I think in Worst Part of Me, we can hear some vocals, and I can hear the Amanda voice. So how was to work with these guests?
Well, I haven't seen Amanda while she was recording vocals. That was really something she did with Marina. I do love the result though. She's amazing, and I mean, I've met her and she's such a sweetheart. She's amazing.
A lot of experience from both.
Oh really? Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, she's really sweet, and I wasn't there when she recorded it, but I think Marina recorded actually the vocals at Amanda's place, I think. So that's like how they work together. And then you got Steph in Worst Part of Me, and he's like, he's actually, I'm in another band, and he's like the singer for that band. So it was kind of like, I really like to put those 2 together in a song, you know, and just let Steph do his thing. So that's kind of how that came to be.
Another Now is the name of your other band. It's more metalcore, or
yeah. It's a little heavier even. Yeah, it's
from
really
the
fun.
Netherlands too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the song that you like the most, and the one that you would like to play live? Like, if I have the moment right now, who could be the song that you like the most? Talking about the riffs, the solos, and your favorite.
It's so difficult. I think I would go for Titanium.
Okay.
Just because it's like, I think it's the longest, so I could play it at the longest, you know, like I could play for 7 minutes with that song. So that's but it's really difficult. There's a lot of songs that sort of have a part that I really like. So like my favorite solo is from Silver Lining. I think the last one I recorded, and the most difficult one to write, because I just couldn't figure it out, and I finally got it. And so that's but I'm gonna go for Titanium though. Yeah.
Great. It's one of my favorite ones. And tell us, to end this interview, some of the future work with the album. Do you plan to do a live session, or a virtual concert? What are the plans in the future for Titanium?
We're actually looking to do a live session when we actually can do it, like with the restrictions. But we're like practicing for it, rehearsing for it, and whenever it's possible, we're probably gonna do that, and we're gonna release it hopefully as soon as possible. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully release a few songs in a live version. That will be really cool to do right now.
Yeah, we are expecting personally modern metal bands that I like the most recently, and I think that this album will be one of the best for the metal. So
Oh, thank you. That's really,
it's because
great
it's
to hear.
more modern, and I can perceive some sounds like the new Amaranth or the new Epica, but in a more modern way. So I'm very happy with this result, and I hope to see you guys live very soon.
Thank you so much. I hope to see you soon at a show. It would be awesome to come to Mexico. So really cool. Yeah, no, amazing. Like, thank you so much for the kind words. It's new to me, you know, to actually hear people say those stuff. So it's really amazing. And thank you so much.
Yeah, it's something that you would like to tell to the people here in Metalomania, to listen this new album, the band.
Yeah, check out our new album. Check out our videos, and leave a comment, you know, if you liked it. It really means the world to us. So especially in these times, you know. So yeah, that will be awesome.
Thanks a lot, Max. See you very soon.
See you very soon too. Bye bye.
Bye.